Hey everybody, Dr. Gigglez here from the Hauntapolooza PODCAST. Today's video is another Tales from the Scare Actor. I don't even know which part we're at anymore. It's all good, man. So basically, we're going to be talking about Halloween weekend and with the snow and everything. We're going to talk about that and so on. But before we do that, make sure that if you're new here, you click that subscribe button, click notifications so that you do not miss any new content. If you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up. Please share it with everybody you know. That way we can grow. Only you guys can help us grow. I mean, I get it. If you don't like the content, you don't like the content. If you like the content, help us out a little bit. Every little bit helps. You know what I'm saying? And leave us a comment, you know, especially if you worked there or if you went through. Not only that, you know, we'll just talk about it and continue this conversation down below. So let's get into it. All right, so Halloween weekend 2020. So Friday, we were kind of like, we don't know if, we didn't know if they were going to open. The snowstorm that came with like 3, 4, 5 inches of snow rolled through. It was supposed to end by noon, but it didn't end till like 5 o'clock. And they opened at 7. They didn't cancel it. They kept it open. It wasn't as busy as a typical Friday, but it was still a decent crowd. And for being in the snow, it totally changed the environment. You could see the walkthrough through the snow. Just as during the day, there's no show lights, anything like that. The haunt's not open. You can see it, and just to kind of give you how it changes everything. And some areas looked even better. I mean, there were areas that already looked great, but then add in that snowy element, and I'm like, whoa, like this just totally changes the whole aura of it. Like it adds another creepy factor to it. That's what I say. What we did when we opened, we had some silly string, we had some snowball. We make it snowball, powder. Plus, it was snowy. Then you could bang things and make snow fall on people. I mean, people going through are already going to know they're going to get muddy, wet, snow on them, whatever. So, I mean, we didn't make hot ice balls, just kind of a little bit, and not throw it at the customer, but like off a wall or something. So that way the snow would break apart and hit. Nobody got hurt. Nobody was like, oh, what the hell? Nobody said anything to us anyway. Silly string, we tried not to, we wouldn't do something in somebody's face or anybody had light clothing. We didn't want to stain anybody's clothes, you know what I mean, like that. It was all good fun. Plus, most of the time we were just spraying each other, trying to do. Here's a rule of thumb when it comes to haunted attractions. If you're an actor or want to become one or own a haunt, one thing that we found, and it seems like this across all haunted attractions, if you can't scare them, make them laugh. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not gonna, there's a lot of people that desensitize, they just go through just to see, try to have a good time, whatever. But if you can't scare them and they just kind of walking through looking at you, kind of like me, well, make them laugh. Do something silly, something stupid, say something silly or stupid, and usually people will laugh. Some people might get offended. I mean, as long as you're not getting, it depends, but, there's a lot of Karens out there, so they just don't know how to take a joke. But regardless, I feel it was a successful night. Everybody was having fun. I mean, with the snow and everything, we didn't stick to our normal station, so to speak. Everybody was just running around, going crazy. It really felt like you were in this carnival circus kind of feel because we were just goofing around. We didn't, you know what I mean? We're like, well, there's not gonna be that many people. Let's just put on the best show that we could, and I think we succeeded at that because a lot of people that I talked to that went through or seen things, they were like, oh, it was cool, it was funny, it was good. So there's that. So Halloween rolls around a lot. It warmed up a little bit. And let me tell you, between Friday and Saturday, it was still freezing at night. We were sitting in our cars waiting, to go to our sets and stuff, just letting the heat roll on. It was good. But Halloween, obviously more people. And we stuck to the same thing. There wasn't as much snow on the ground, obviously. There was still some snow on stuff. And we just, we just roll with it. And we had fun. Even little Chucky came rolling through. And hung out with us for a little bit in the clown area. He was, hacking him up with his chainsaw, and it was funny. And then we gave him a can of silly string, then he silly stringed me, and then I silly stringed him. It was funny. and I could tell he had a little, that little dude, man, that little kid, he's funny. He's good. I don't know how old he is. He's probably 5, 6, 7, 8, somewhere around there. He's not, a teenager. He's younger than a teenager. But I will say, for being his young age, that dude is really into character. Like, most kids that age that are young like that, I mean, he could be younger than what I'm saying. He's only like yay high. He had a great Chucky costume, and he was a funny kid. He really played into it. I know he loves horror movies, and the dude was a beast. Like, for like 20, 30 minutes that he was with us, the dude was a beast. I mean, for him to walk from his set over to Oz, and he was just hanging out, having fun, he loved it. And it was great working with the little dude. He's good. I can't wait to see how he progresses as a scare actor as he gets older and older, because the dude was good. I gotta say, for that young age to do that, he's on point all day. He's good. But I mean, everybody was like doing their thing. Donna, Chris, Skylar, John, Jeremy, me. Am I missing anybody else that was in the clown area? We were like killing it. And then, it was just a fun night. It was great hanging out with everybody, beforehand and after. It was great. I will say it was sad. I got this little haunt depression thing going on right now. I really miss it. I wish I could be doing it again. But, hey, it is what it is. And there's next season. I will return to 13th World if my haunt can't, if I can't get the ball rolling in time for the haunt for next year. If I get to open a haunt, I open a haunt. If not, I'll be back at 13th World to have a little bit more fun. You can take that to the bank. So, yeah. I don't know. I gotta say, overall, my entire experience working at 13th World was very pleasant. Nobody was a douche to me and my son. We made quite a bit of new friends that I'm proud to have as my friends. And there's a lot of cool things that are going on. You know what I mean? That went on. Just like hanging around. I mean, the free pizza was good too. I can't complain about that. But it was great. And then, like, I still talk to a lot of these people on, online. We're always texting and messaging each other. And we're already looking at the next season. We're already looking at, what's going on there. So, it's been a blast. I still want to send a shout out to Rich and Zeke and Kenny and Nell and all the workers in the clown area and all the other, everybody, every actor we came across, Panda, Rain, there's just so many of them, and it was just a great time. I mean, I can't go on and on and on thanking everybody, Erica for makeup, and I don't know everybody's names. And that's another part of it. I don't know everybody yet. I don't know everybody's names. I'm still learning, and I apologize. But it was cool. We had a great time. And if we get to come, if the haunt don't open up for next year and opens the year after, hey, I'll gladly come back. 13th World will always be part of my haunt family no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Whether I have a haunt or come back or whatever it is. I hope I get to come back, but at the same time, I want to open a haunt, man. Like, we need more great haunts in this area. I personally feel this year, out of all the haunts, I didn't go to all the haunts that were open this year. Like, I didn't get to go to Fright Kingdom. I didn't get to go to Haunted Overload. A lot of haunts were closed. I didn't get to go to Demented FX. But out of all the haunted houses I went to, between Factory of Terror, 13th World, Scary Acres, the ones at Universal, what other haunts did I do? I felt like I did. Well, I know I didn't go, but they went to Fright Haven. I did go to Spooky World. So I did quite a bit for being in a pandemic, but I didn't get to do it all. But out of the ones that I went to, 13th World was definitely the best one. You know what I mean? But I'll give kudos to every single haunt, right? Every single haunt that opened, like, everybody was doing their best to follow the COVID guidelines. all the haunts were doing the best that they could with what they were dealt to be able to do it. You know what I mean? So I still think 13th World, in my opinion, not just because I worked there, just how it was. You know what I mean? Like the effort and everything that's going on with all the haunted attractions, and then some guidelines made some haunts not as good as they could have been, and so on and so forth. So everybody played with their hand dealt. I personally, for me, I think 13th World had the best show that possibly could happen in a pandemic. You know what I mean? And that's not kissing ass. I don't. You know what I mean? A lot of the haunts that I usually could go to, I couldn't get to. A lot of haunts I wanted to get to, I couldn't. I'm rambling. I'm kind of going off topic, but hey, it is what it is. But so with that being said, anybody that worked there, let me know your fond memories. Anybody that wants to come into this podcast studio and talk about their experience working, by all means, message me, leave me a comment. You know how to find me. Also, we're gonna start kicking up the podcast. I know Rich and Nell are going to come on, and Panda's going to come on another time, and we're going to be getting a lot of guests in here talking about the different haunts and stuff. So I want to just kind of drop that. But anyway, leave some comments down below. Make sure you share this. Follow us on social media. All you got to do is search up the Hauntapolooza podcast at the end of this video, where you see the 2 videos that we put on the right hand side. If you look on the left hand side, it tells you how to get to all the social media. So please go follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Subscribe here on YouTube, whatever. And I will see you guys soon. So until next time, everybody, stay freaky, y'all. Peace.